Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to go over a purchase haul from Poshmark that I've been sticking it back for 2 months. Okay, so that's not just, like recent purchases. It's 2 months worth of purchases that I've gotten from Poshmark. Just so you guys can see the kind of stuff that I get. Also, I had a subscriber request from Heather Hernandez, is her comment name on my videos. She asked if I would show how I sanitize my eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to do that also today. We are going to show you what all I got from Poshmark first, and then I'm going to pick one of my palettes to show you how I sanitize them. I've told you how I've done it, but I've never showed you. So that is a good idea. I will just show you on camera how I do it. I do lose, some people might think that it's wasteful because I do lose some grams of eyeshadow, but this is a way that I can get palettes at a much more, way more cheaper price than what I would buy them brand new. And a lot of times they've only been used a few times. I've gotten palettes that are not used at all for a fraction of the price. Like, I typically will not spend over $10 to $15 for these palettes. So, it's much, much wiser for me to just scrape the top layer off of the shadows and use them. So anyways, before, I'm just going to show you everything though. So I got a full, if they used it, they barely used it, and the nozzle was clean like it hadn't been used when I got it, but it's a Too Faced glitter glue. I use this all the time. And so I went ahead and picked that up. I was pretty excited to get that for like $8. And this is Poshmark, so sometimes there is shipping. It can be up to like $6.79 for shipping. So what I do is I talk them either way down on their price for their item, or I ask for, because they can give you free shipping and they can give you discounted shipping for $4.99. And a lot of times I get the $4.99. So I heart it and then wait for them to offer me a less price with, they have to give you at least 10% off whenever they give you a deal, at least 10% off plus $4.99 shipping or free shipping. And that's typically when I pick these things up. I don't usually pay the $6.79 shipping. Okay, and then let's see here. I got a Huda Booty palette, the Desert Dusk palette. Whenever I'm looking, I always look for like the mirror print there. I make sure that all the lettering, like it's spelt correctly, because they have pictures. And so people wonder, well, how do you know you're not getting a dupe or, a fake or whatever? And I typically make sure that, like, if there's something on the mirror, that the mirror is printed there, like this one here. I could tell that, like, this is raised, so I know that this is not, like, if this, they wouldn't go into all this detail if it was the fake, like where it's raised and everything. Usually it's just going to be flat. And then I check the back and make sure that the back reads the same as what the one in the store also is. And so this, I think this is the one I'm going to scrape for you guys. Just see. There is barely anything, like, you can tell, like, she swatched a few of these, but like there's some that are just not even really touched, but you can tell that she swatched some of these. And so we're just going to take that top layer off. So I'll set that aside. Then also, I was so excited to get this. This is the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass special edition palette in the box. Brand new, never touched. And I got it for like $12. I wasn't going to pass that up. I had to get it. And so I was so excited to get this. Brand new in the box. Oh, I love Alice in Wonderland. And so this was just super exciting. And then it had the brush in it, in the plastic still, and this has not even been touched. Not swatched, not even touched. It is so beautiful. I love the packaging. $12, people, $12. I was so excited to get this. And then the last one, I know that I could, and I really got this at a good price because I knew I could get the price of this down, because I think that this is the one that came in one of the boxy charms or something like that. And we had seen it at Ulta, and my husband was like, is that, because it was on the clearance rack, but it wasn't the clearance rack. I guess it was overstock, and it was $55. And I was like, I am not paying $55 for that palette. Like, that is not worth $55. But I liked it. It was a pretty palette, but I would never pay $55 for this palette. And I said, you know what, honey? I said, I think I've seen that in like a subscription box. I said, so I could possibly get it through Mercari or Poshmark for quite a bit cheaper. And sure enough, found one. It's the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. And I've seen a lot of my friends here on YouTube use this. And I was like, that is beautiful. I love the packaging. Might have to get this in my life. And I did. And so I think I paid $15 for this. No, $10 for this. Because I could not believe, I think I paid $12 for the Alice. I think $15 for the Huda. And then this was $10. And it has not been touched. I don't have to scrape this one either. It's not even been swatched. A brand new palette. I just love this little glitter right here. Can't wait to. Oh, and this one too. It's got blues and purples. It doesn't show real well on here, but it's got purples in it. So pretty. All of these are so gorgeous. Can't wait. So happy to have that. And the lady that sent me this, and I'm going to link their pages down below. So if you want to shop their page, you can check them out, because obviously you're looking at what condition it comes in. And so if you want a reference to who you could shop and get good deals, and the quality is good, I'm going to link their pages down below. And then this lady here that sold me this also sent me little samples for free in there. It's so sweet. A Fix Plus, little travel size, or, sample size Fix Plus. Now this had been used, so I will scrape the top of this too, but it's a super shock shadow in Set the Sun. And that's what that looks like. So I'll be scraping that off and using it. And then she also sent me this Priest Metal Eye Mousse in Houdini. And that one was brand new. So she just sent those for free. The Super Shock and this, like, with this palette, like, thank you. That's awesome. I will use them. So let's get to doing the sanitation of the palette. I'm going to just stick a towel up here to catch. Normally I would do it over a trash can, but since I'm going to show it to you guys, I don't want to have a trash can sitting up here. So all I do, I covered up my tool. I have this depotting tool here, and I use this for a lot of stuff. Like, I use this tool to open packages. I use this tool to scrape shadows, scrape glitters, to do a mixing liquid and apply them to my eye. I use this to, I put a makeup wipe around this to do cut creases and get the shadow off of that area. So, all right. So I like to start with the lighter shades, and I'm just going to do it like this here. And I'm just going to, I hope you can see that. Like, it's kind of, I just take the top layer off, and I make sure that I overlap the last line I do. And yes, it's a lot of shadow that you're digging out of there, but for the price that you're paying for it, you can afford to sanitize it. And then once I get those straight lines, then I come back and get that end. So I go this way on that end and kind of just get those little lines. Try to get as soft as possible. And it's not going to look pretty, but for me, I don't care. Like, it's because I'm going to dip my eyeshadow. See, it's kind of rigid now, but like I can take my finger and kind of smooth it out if I want to after that, and just take that top layer out and smooth it. But it doesn't bother me. Like, for the price that I pay for these things, like, I'd much rather have them than pay full price for them. Okay, so same thing, just take that. And you know what? This is kind of, a lot of people watch this on YouTube where they break up shadows because it's soothing, or, that it's soothing to watch this kind of stuff. It's like meditation. So now you get to do it with your own shadows, and you get to save money. Except for you don't break the whole thing up, You're just taking that top layer off. And then I'll just show you on these shimmers here. Same thing. You just want to do a very light hand and just go in one direction so you're not mixing up the shadow. And just scoop it all over to the side. And so, see, it's all over there on the side, and there's upside down. And get it all out, and then just kind of knock that off and kind of turn it upside down so that you don't mix it in with the other shadows. And I just keep doing that until I have sanitized each one. You're just only taking that very top layer off, so it's not like you're wasting that much shadow. And for me, I just would like a variety, and I don't hit pan very often anyway, so it's just really not a big deal. So I do not like if I'm looking at a used site for a makeup palette that they're selling, I do not like when they say it has been sanitized, because for me, what that means is they've taken alcohol and they have wiped the tops of the shadows. And I don't care who you are. I don't know who said that that's a good way of sanitizing shadows, but that makes hard pan, and it changes the composition of the shadows. Like, I won't buy a palette where they've said they've already sanitized it. Do not sanitize my palette. Like, let me do this, and even if it has alcohol, a lot of times you can scrape off the top, but a lot of times it has already sunk into that shadow, and it just changes the quality of that shadow. So, this is I think, even with alcohol, yeah, you're putting that alcohol on there, but you're still just taking whatever's on top of that shadow and just like, it's still sitting there. It may be sanitized, but whatever it is, it's still sitting there. And like, I'd rather just scrape the top part of the shadow off, know that that's all gone. You know what I mean? And I hope that explains a little bit better why I do what I do and how I do it. Hopefully that explains it a little bit more. And I'm almost done with the second row here. I have, you're going to see me in this makeup and in this clothes for multiple videos, because I'm feeling okay today and thought that I would get some videos in my computer to edit and put aside if I need to, or I've been using some while I haven't been feeling well, so I'm running out of video time. And so I thought this would be good. And I am going to be doing after this, I mean, you won't probably see it together. I'll post it probably at different times, not the same day, but either you've already seen or you're going to see me do a Macari haul, which is a lot bigger than this haul because Macari has different shipping costs too, but Macari does free shipping on a lot of stuff. You can actually go in and filter out like what you're looking for, and then you can turn around and put you want to only see the things that have free shipping. And I love that because I'd much rather have free shipping. So I buy a lot more with Macari. But see, when you sell at Poshmark too, which I do, I have my Poshmark page, I get credits. And so a lot of times, like if I can get free shipping there, then Poshmark can sometimes be better because a lot of times I have credit from selling stuff. Okay, see how quick that was? I'm on my last shadow. I saved the glitter for last. All right, there we have it, people. I know there's lines on it, but I can smooth it down. These are soft shades. I've kind of smoothed them down a little bit there. So it's not going to be beautiful, but it's workable. Okay, so that makes a conclusion of the Poshmark and sanitation process with my palettes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I can't wait to show you my Macari haul, so please come back and watch that. And I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.
I gave you my heart.